Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. This is Pastor Mark McDonald with First United Methodist Church of Batesville with a Thanksgiving morning devotional. I hope that you have a restful, peaceful, and gratitude-filled day planned for today. And as we begin this, I want to share a couple of thoughts. This last Sunday, one of the passages in the lectionary was the story of the 10 lepers in which one comes back to thank Jesus. You remember the story where there are 10 that are healed and 9, they all run away, but one comes back to thank Jesus. Jesus says, where are the other 9? But I want you to notice something. Usually when we see that, it comes across as almost a critique on how most people don't come back to say thanks. But what actually happens is that Jesus turns his attention immediately to the one and says, get up and go. Your faith has healed you. He tells them, go back to the others. So it's not as negative as we think. But I find that interesting because most of the time that I read that and that I've heard it preached, it's about the 9 that don't come back. But it really is to the one saying, go, do what's important to you now. Your faith has healed you. And so it's a positive statement. And I realized that what that one did was show a little extra gratitude. A couple of years ago, there was an article in Psychology Today that talked about the ways that gratitude can change your life. Here are quickly the reasons that it says, the benefits that it has scientifically proven that gratitude does for us. It opens the door to more relationship. It improves our physical health. It improves our psychological health. It enhances empathy and reduces our aggression and anger. Grateful people sleep better. Gratitude increases your self-esteem and it increases your mental strength. That's a laundry list of things that it does for you. And as I was thinking about that, on Thanksgiving Day, we take time to show our gratitude. If you are interested at all in mindfulness or meditation, you know that gratitude is one of those things that it tells us to focus on most of the time. Don't focus on what's negative, but focus on what's positive. And so the scripture I want to finally share today is Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7. Hear these words, and I'm reading this from the Message again this week. I've fallen in love with the Message again, and here it is. Philippians 4, 6 through 7. Don't fret or worry. Instead of worrying, pray. Let petitions and praises shape your worries into prayers, letting God know your concerns. Before you know it, in a sense of God's wholeness, everything coming together for good, you will come and settle you down. It's wonderful what happens when Christ displaces worry at the center of your life. What it says is that you find yourself worrying. Stop and pray. And let your prayer be a time you release those worries and turn into praises. In other words, think not of what worries you, think of what you're grateful for. Now imagine if you spend your time thinking about what you're worried about, it's a negativity, it's a negative aspect of your life. But if you instead spend your time thinking of what you're grateful for, like that Psychology Today article, you'll find so much improvement in your health. I would add one more point to the benefits of gratitude: spiritual well-being and health. That's what today is about. It's not a Christian holiday, it's an American holiday, but it reminds us of a Christian principle that Jesus told us, don't be worried about everything. Trust in God. And in Philippians, Paul tells us, when you find yourself worried, go to prayer, say what worries you, name it and let it go, and then focus on what you're grateful for. It's something that we should practice every day, all the time, when we find ourselves anxious and worried. So I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving today. I hope that you are blessed, that you've realized how blessed you are. Name those blessings one by one, and then be a blessing.